Hey YouTube, what's up? This is your friendly neighborhood armchair philosopher. Fragments of memory. Well, I just got off from work tonight. Yes, it's the so-called New Year on the Gregorian calendar, etc., etc., etc. So now we're in the 2015, the 2015. We're in the land of tomorrow, as it were. We're in tomorrow's world, tomorrow's place. So anyway, I just got off from work. We had an early close at the mall tonight. And I've just been thinking about some things on my little wonderful walk home from work. The thing I've been thinking about is we're all coming from somewhere. You know, I love the metaphor of the traveler. So that's kind of a moniker I've adopted in my writings, in my Facebook posts, etc., etc. So the traveler is a very interesting concept because I personally believe that we're all on a journey in life. That we're all on our journey and we each have our own little personal journey that we make. And this isn't necessarily about religion or the truth claims of any world religion or philosophy, just that we're all on our journey. And each is different. And to what seems to one person to be an easy walk through the park, for another it might be a rough patch full of thorns with a huge mountain you have to climb. For someone else, it may be going through some very dangerous waters infested with piranhas or something like that. But we all are on our journey, you know? And this goes to my further point. We all have some place that we're coming from. And this goes back to that self-awareness thing I discussed in a video. Maybe like 2 people saw it. But anyway, we're all coming from somewhere. And in dealing with others, when you realize in yourself that you're coming from somewhere, they're coming from somewhere too. You know, so I find it interesting when people have this tendency to discount others. Let's say someone crosses us in a negative way. We instantly make them into this horrible monster that needs to be vanquished. And in reality, it's just a person coming from a different place. And sometimes I have to remind myself of this a whole hell of a lot. But we're all coming from a different place. I was just chilling well, not chilling, but walking again. I'm chilling while I'm walking too, but I like to think, and sometimes I kind of think out loud too, so people think I'm cray-cray. But I'm just thinking out loud. And one of the things that comes to my mind is, you know, I think back to my childhood. I think back to the fact that growing up, I went to church, and I had a pretty stable home life in the respect of, you know, we had some type of structure. We had some type of organization in our developing years. So part of me wants to go back to that for my own life because I think I'm a very chaotic person and I need some kind of structure in my life. So there's structure and order in, you know, in my childhood. So I think when I meet people who may just come from a chaotic situation, I look at them like, you like this? You live up in this? But then I realize I don't know what their situation was growing up, and even in high school and even in college. I don't know your situation. All I know is where I see you right now. And you are the collection of the people you've met, the books you've read, the television programs you used to watch, the music you listen to, the places you go. All of that has an effect in the molding and shaping of your character or your outlook on life. Well, so one, we need to be careful what we're feeding ourselves, which I'll say it until the day I draw my last breath. And 2, I look at it like this. everybody's coming from somewhere. And I know I say that and I'm jumping all over the place, but we're all coming from somewhere. And first it's up to us to know where we came from, and then and try to sort those issues out, whatever they might be, or accept whatever we can accept and change whatever we can change. And then we need to recognize and appreciate and respect that others are coming from their place. And everybody grows at their own time. And that's how I look at it. Everyone grows up or grows out or grows in their own time. So don't expect someone to be where you're at. Because number one, we're not even making the same journey. Well, as far as our journey towards God and the hereafter, we're all trying to get there. But as far as everybody's on their own path, as far as their thing in life, whatever that thing is. And our paths intertwine, our paths cross, but we don't walk the same path. So that's really what I've been musing on for a couple of days. Or I find myself thinking on those type of things as I'm getting older. Like, I'm going to be 35 this year. Can you believe it? And it was just like yesterday that I was turning 21. You know? But anyway, that's all I really wanted to say, was that we're all coming from somewhere. And remember that when you meet other people too. Just remember that when you encounter them, that they've come from somewhere too. Whether it's a mansion, whether it's the projects, whether it's a back alley, whether it's a dusty road, whatever, we're all come from somewhere. Now, this doesn't determine our future destiny, but it does mold and shape. It has molded and shaped us to where we're at now. And yes, we have the power of choice. I do not shun the power of choice, but I also recognize that other factors come into our lives more than just the choices we make. Well, that's my 2 cents. Rate, leave your feedback, drop me a line, you know. Be easy like Sunday morning, YouTube.